there's a box Chevy. You see it? Look, you're gonna see my other gold truck. You see that right there with the Mickey Mouse heads? That was my truck too. My Blazer, man. I love that thing. That was my baby right there, guys. Like, oh my god. What is up, Mousetrap Gang? Welcome back to another video, man. And it is Thursday. We are like this close, this far away from starting to build on the Silverado, man. We're actually gonna, tomorrow I cut hair, and Saturday we're gonna go get some supplies. I'm gonna take you along with me, of course, and man, we're gonna start getting on it, on the process of it, man. But for today, man, sit back, relax, memory lane, man. I've been telling y'all I was gonna dig up some stuff, and I got the shovel. I dug up some stuff. I contacted a few people to get me some video clips, and I got you some video clips of some old school builds and cars, you know, trucks that I used to have back in my day. You know, I'm 37, and take note, these videos are actually like 12 years old, man. So if it's a little retro looking, video quality is not all that good, man. You know, this was the best quality video that you can get possibly at that time. I don't even remember the year that the iPhone came out, but I had the first iPhone when it came out, and man, that thing was like a brick, man. That thing was like real thick and, you know, this size. But during this time when these videos were took, it was not the thing to pull out your phone and record or take pictures, or MySpace was barely on the verge of, you know, coming out. So this is all before MySpace times. And even at that, to do MySpace, you had to have a digital camera with an SD card with the cord, and, you know, you at least had to own a desktop or a laptop. And, you know, at that times, to have a desktop, laptop, and a phone that could transfer pictures, and, you know, a cameraman, you were an elite person. So it really wasn't the thing back in the day, man. But nowadays, it's so easy with the iPhone, and, you know, you can just upload a video with just your iPhone, man. So it's technology has changed. These were the cameras back in the day. I think it's upside down. These were the cameras back in the day. If you had this camera, was probably at least like 150, 200 bucks, and that was a lot of money back in the day. And it required to have like the film. Let me see if there's film inside here. Like the film like this to insert it, and then you had to take your pictures, then go to like Walmart, CVS, or any of those drugstores that were out at the time. You know, look at this. The film's right here. You had to go at the time to go drop it off, get the pictures printed out, and then get them out, and then scan them, take pictures of them, and upload them on your computer, man. So they were difficult times. And during that times, you know, there were phones like this. Look at this guy. I remember when I had this thing, I thought I was the shit. No internet access though, just games, and, you know, all that texting was cool. When I got this phone, I thought I was the cool guy. But this was another phone too. This is when the Metro started coming out, and, you know, you had phones like these. These are prehistoric, guys. I always try to save a lot of that stuff. Compared to now, you know, I got like this phone right here. This is one of my iPhones, and this is another one of my iPhones. So to go from all that stuff that I just showed you, look, I'm gonna turn my camera on. All this stuff, cameras, phones, all that stuff got converted into iPhones, man. And that's crazy. Very, very crazy. And without further ado, man, you know, I'm just gonna transfer these videos onto my iPad. Look how easy it is to transfer stuff nowadays. I just select my pictures, airdrop it, hit the button, accept on my iPad, and bam, you know, videos right there, compared to having to wait the computer to load up, having to find the cord to work, having to do this, man. So technology has, you know, big difference compared to what it was when these videos you were about to see, you know, got uploaded, loaded, took, whatever the situation was. So I'm going to look at the video, and then I'm going to explain what's going on, and you guys can see. Okay, we're going to start off with my Tahoe, man. My Tahoe, I used to have a 2008 Chevy Tahoe. And let me pause this real quick. This was when the Tahoe actually got switched over to the new body style versus the 2000, like the 1999 to 2006 body style. It got switched over to this one, the 2008. And I remember when I got this truck, man, I thought I was the shit. Okay, so anyway, so we're gonna start off. It is a they call it Bermuda Blue. You know, my car club Roland, that's what I had. I got it tatted right here. So it's a Bermuda Blue Chevy Tahoe. Man, the 28-inch floaters, 28s and 30s were the biggest at the time, and they were just like on SUVs, and they had like the big bubble tires. And I had got them, you know, at that time, man, when they came out, and with the floating cap, so I had to give it. So what you're looking at right here is the system I was working on my12 had the console with the tins on the side, a wall panel with the tins, big old horn tweeters on the top, and 12-inch JLW3s with a slot port in the middle. And you know, that truck got built and it sounded pretty good. I think it had 2 kicker 2500.1s on it. Man, it got low pretty good. It was pretty loud, and I never really got to finish that truck how I wanted to, because I think I ended up selling the truck, and you know, I forgot what was the situation. It's been a long time. And right now what you're looking at is a build that me and my friend did in my friend's backyard. And this Tahoe, the style before the one that I had, man, we built this truck within like 24 hours. Or no, we'll say 48 hours. It was like for Slamfest or anything. So it had a box for 2 Solo X18s in it. It had 2 6s on top and 2 tweeters. We built door panels, and on the back of the truck, you lifted up the tailgate, and there was the mid and high amps and the kicker amps all right there, up and down. And then we did a big Chevy emblem on the back, so you can just see the faces of the amp, and it looked pretty good. And that truck was actually pretty loud. On the meter back in the day, that thing hit like a 150 something on it. That truck, Solo X's are really good, you know, for subs-firing forward and a big old slot port. Man, that thing was, you know, loud. And you know, the truck had airbags and everything. But used to go heavy to like the lowrider shows back in the day, and like Slamfest and a bunch of other little car shows here and there. And I remember my friend, the owner of that Tahoe, he was all like, man, can we do a system before the show? And I think this was a Wednesday, and the show was Saturday. And me and my friend Harry was working with me at Mad Mark's, the shop that I used to work at. Man, we looked at each other and we were like, well, are you sure? And then he's like, yeah. And I was like, look, man, if the order to get this truck done, man, we need to stop talking. We need to go to Home Depot, get wood. We need to order vinyl tomorrow, pick it up tomorrow during lunch break. And then as soon as we get out of work, man, we come over here and start, you know, building the box. My friend Harry at the time, he went home and he designed the box and had everything ready to rock and roll. And we went and picked up some wood. Man, we came back and we got that truck done Thursday. And I think like Friday going into Saturday at like 3 or 4 in the morning, we got that truck done. And then we were at the show by like 9, 10 o'clock. Man, jamming, beating on dudes. You know what I'm saying? That truck was very loud. Very, 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 very. Tahoe, man, I really always got to enjoy my truck as much. You know, that I really love that truck so much, man. You know, right here, that's when we're at the lake, chilling, jamming, pulling up. You know, you see them floating caps, the wheels spinning. Man, we were out there living life, man. Those were good times to be around at, man. Very, very. If you see the door panel, it says Ho on it. I took the T and the A off of it, man. And we were just at the park. You know, there used to be Sunday hangouts, and this was at the park. And man, we were just chilling, jamming. And you know, you look at the wall, the front of it. The 12s, I actually still have the 12s that were supposed to go in there. I never put them in. And I think we ended up just redoing the box or something like. I forgot what it was, man. It was so much time ago, man. So much partying, you know, all that. So I really don't remember what happened. Right, this next clip that you're about to look at, if I remember right, this car was actually brought into the shop, Mad Mark's, that I used to work at. It was a 300C. I think the guy came all the way from Mississippi, and he won. I forgot what show he was trying to go to. That was a really, really big show. It was a Super Bowl or something like that. I forgot what it was. Well, anyway, so he brought in this 300C, and man, he wanted the Rockford Fosgates, like T1s or T2s, the bigger ones. I forgot what it was. 215s in the trunk. My boy Harry. Me and my friend Harry, we were always teamed up together, and we would knock cars out together. He would be like the box builder. I'd be like the door panel guy, the electrician, and all that stuff, man. Because, you know, like I said, my strong point is like wiring electronics and stuff like that. You know, that was always my main thing, you know, even till this day. But, you know, I got into the fabric. I know how to build boxes and do all that other stuff at the time, but really, like, my strong point was the wiring. By the time they get done, you know, building a box, man, I was already had the car wires ran, door wires ran, actuators hooked up, relays, everything ready to rock and roll, battery mounts, everything. On this 300C, you're looking at the clip right now. It was like a green with like purple graphics going through the car. And these, if you guys can get a glimpse, they don't have a good solid video of them, but if you get a good glimpse, these were my very first door panels that I built, fiberglass and painted. You see the Lamborghini up, like I built those door panels, and it had I think there was TVs in the doors, and these were my first fiberglass painted doors I ever built in my life. My boss Mark, he like, man, you know, just try it, man, go for it. And I actually got hired at Mad Mark's doing sanding and body work because, like I said, my dad's been doing like the marine, you know, stuff, boats for the longest. So he showed me how to sand and do body work at a very young age, and I actually got hired at that place when there was a lot of like boxes that needed to get sanded and all that stuff. And then when I started working there, I did know like car audio electronics pretty good, and like I had a good like vision, and you know, I was, you know, easy to learn, you know, hands-on, and you know, little by little, you know, I earned my stripes, and I ended up staying there, worked for like 10 years, and I learned a lot, worked with the best I feel that are in the industry even till this day, originators of so much stuff that goes on nowadays, man. And like I said, I just got to find the pics to prove all this stuff, man, and you guys will be like, dang, all those grill inserted doors, all that stuff, man, that stuff's been done since the 80s, man. That's nothing new at all. Remember, these videos, what we're looking at right here, this was like 10, 12, 15 years ago, man. Like 10, 15, you know, 12 years ago, when the era were these things, like I keep telling you, man, like this stuff, like before MySpace, man. I'm gonna save the best for last, which was this Dodge Ram. It was my friends at the time, and that guy was like loaded up with money, like really loaded up with money. And basically, this Dodge Ram, the one that I'm trying to wait for the last clip, this Dodge Ram, you could say it was basically mine. You know what I'm saying? I took it everywhere. I always had it with me. I was out, you know, flexing it, jamming it. You know, I was really good friends with the owner of it. And he had so many cars, so he would just like, man, just take it, jam on it, you know, show it off. I built it to be seen, not to just be parked, and I'd have it. And I basically designed the whole truck, and I actually, you know, helped build it, wire it, and we showed it off to the max. But this next clip, what I'm actually going to show you, is a orange box Chevy. Orange box Chevy. I'm going to tell you a quick story. This orange box Chevy started out getting built in my driveway. Okay. But it was like a fiberglass dash, fiberglass door panels, fiberglass rear panels, full console, 812 solar bear squares in the back through a blow through, Lambo doors front and rear. You know, the front doors Lambo and the rear doors Lambo, and you know, so much stuff. And I got a lot of the work done on it, but then it just became too much work, and I, you know, just me myself doing it here at the house, you know, was going to take for me forever to get the car done. So I was just convinced the guy, hey man, just take it to the shop, then, you know, I can work on it there, then I can have like 2 other guys work on it there. And so, you know, I threw the job to, you know, the shop. I told my boss, hey man, you know, I got this guy that wants to get this thing done, finished, and I'm going to get it towed here so we can work on it. He was like, oh man, that's great, bring it in, blah blah blah, this and that. So the car got towed over there. We were working on it for almost into like 4 or 5 months. The guy ended up getting robbed. He got home invaded. They got robbed. They took basically all his money, and he got shot like 2 or 3 times. You know, the guy came into the day after all this happened. You know, I was in the back working, and he came in there, you know, with the little IV in the pole, still in his hospital gown. I'm like, hey man, you know, I just got robbed, blah blah blah, this and that. I'm gonna get back to you how to pay this car off and this and that, yada yada yada. Okay, a month or 2 passed by, and the car just sat there not getting worked on because the guy couldn't drop no money on it because, you know, he was, you know, in a pickle. So at the end, my boss was just told him, he just told him, hey man, you know, I'm just gonna give you a little bit of money, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just keep the car, and you know, we'll just call it even. You know, you don't owe me no more, no less, and anything, but I'm gonna keep your car and your product and this and that. And that guy was actually hurt for some money, man. So, you know, he actually just ended up taking the cash, and, you know, he just forgot about that car, and that car stayed as the shop's car. You feel me? So then we got to, you know, continue back working on it, because now it was, our car was supposed to be like purple, man, have all these floaters, all this crazy stuff. The guy had the wheels, but since he was hurting for money, he just sold the wheels on his own, and then we just kept the car with all the electronics on it. he just had like the electronics that have like no wires, no batteries, none of that stuff. So, you know, obviously with us being a really big shop, you know, we just went forward with it and got the car done. Finally, we got the car done, and this is what the outcome of it looked. Real quick before we actually get to the video clip of this orange box Chevy, man, hit that like button and subscribe, because these next two clips of this box Chevy and this Dodge Ram, man, very, very exclusive car audio footage, man. Like, we're just gonna get to the footage. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. Okay, so you can see box Chevy orange, the hood suicide. It had the front doors that were Lambo, and let me see if you see one of the doors is Lambo. Well, actually both of them are Lambo in the back if you can look at it. Orange fiberglass panel, the big blow-through hole, had the 10s, the big bullet tweeters in the back. The trunk actually like reverse suicide on there, motorized too, but it's not in the video. And you know, you look at it, it says another mad creation. That was our slogan. And you know, that was like a really good, you know, car to promote the business on it. You see what I'm saying? So like, man, it was like a whole nother like level. I had I'm trying to see here if I can find the picture of the actual dash, man, because they had a whole fiberglass dash in it, and that thing was sick. I'm looking, guys. Look at this, guys. Look at this. So this is how we roll. Look, you're about to see that truck right now, man. You know, that's the Dodge Ram I was telling you about. But look, check this out. This is like St. Pete MLK back in like 2007 or something like that. Look, there's the box Chevy. You see it? Look, you're gonna see my other gold truck. You see that right there with the Mickey Mouse heads? That was my truck too. My Blazer, man. I love that thing. That was my baby right there, guys. Like, oh my God, you don't know how bad I missed that truck. So look, there's my boy Harry. He just walked by. Man, look at that thing. How I missed that Blazer. Let me see if there's video clips of the box Chevy. Look, there's my Trailblazer right there. You seen it? Look, bam, look at that thing. Man, I'm telling you, we be out here. So sadly, there's no content on the dash of that box Chevy, man. But let's get into that Dodge Ram real quick. Okay, so right now you're looking at the back of the Dodge Ram, man. It had mids and highs everywhere. It had two big old like 20-inch screens in the back. Had a big old thing of plexiglass, and this truck had four 12-inch JLW7s, man, on two Kicker 2500.1s. TVs on the doors, mids and highs on the doors. Fiberglass painted. Work done by your boy. I helped build the back panel where it went across for the tweeters, and my friend Harry built the rest of it, and you know, I wired up that whole truck, man. And that truck, man, that truck was insane. Later on, that truck I put on 28-inch like Sony wheels, and that's when we put the bigger tire on it, and it got like a 6 or 8-inch lift. So that truck ended up being how fast time flies, man. And from what we were then and what it is now, man, big difference in life, man. Very, very big difference in life. Like I said, we went from having these things to go to, you know, what it was, blow up. I guess that was a term back in the day. To do like car shows, to take pictures. You never took pictures with any of these guys. Look how small that camera is back there. These were the things that you took picture. And then you had to buy a video camera because the camera didn't have no video. And video cameras were expensive back in the days, man. To now, man, iPhones, man, iPhones. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. You know, I've been doing car audio like a good portion of my life. Man, it all started like when I was like 7, man. You know, 7. And it's just crazy how time flies, and here we are still doing car audio, still doing the same stuff, man. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video down memory lane. We're very close on starting the Silverado, man. You know, bear with your boy. We're trying to get these kids to finish school. If they get over this flu, my son's still in the room, you know, with the flu, but he goes back to school on Monday, and kids are on vacation for Monday, so I don't have to pick up, drop off nobody. And it's just a matter of just getting on the grind and dropping this fire content for you guys, man. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video down memory lane, man. Definitely hit that like, because this was serious stuff. And drop some comments, man. Let me know at what age did you guys start doing car audio, man, because it's untold stories that, you know, would be nice to hear. You feel me? Like, because everybody has their own story on how they started car audio, man. So that is it for today, man. Hit that like, definitely subscribe, and stay tuned for tomorrow's video, man. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.